Ida for kicking out my sister-in-law after her boyfriend threw her out. Throwaway account. I, 34M, have been married to the most beautiful woman on earth. My wife, 29F, has shown me nothing but love throughout the time I've been with her. But she has the worst sister on earth. This started the day we broke news. She already had been passive-aggressive towards me and no one cared. To her parents, we got engaged at a restaurant. Her parents were not excited. This was the time I had just lost my job, but she was still working as a nurse and she would cover rent and expenses for us. Her mom had hounded us, telling us we have no plan and that this marriage would fail. Her dad was always nice to me. That's where she got it from. He was the one who calmed things down. My wife's sister said under her breath, "How do you marry a man who can't even keep a job?" My wife's family is from Colombia, and so is my wife. But this was just one of the many distasteful comments she said about me to my wife. On the wedding day, my wife held up the ceremony for about an hour, waiting for her sister, who called an hour after it started that she wasn't coming anymore, and she was one of the bridesmaids. After the ceremony, our parents gave their speeches, and overall one of the best days of my life. We went to Osaka, Japan for our honeymoon. I got a job as an accountant at a bank. I'm not going to disclose. The pay is decent. We are doing okay right now. Until one day, my wife's sister knocked on our door. She looked like hot shit. She had bruises from her rich partner who was very abusive. She was crying, and she was carrying her luggage in 3 suitcases. We allowed her in for supper and made her tea for her. She explained that he would abuse her when he caught her cheating or complained about something. My wife pleaded with me to let her stay. I only did 'cause my wife is a genuine person who would never mean any harm to me. About a week later, she bought a dog and left it around the house. He's a Maltese. He pooped everywhere, and she never cleaned her dog's mess. But one day when I came back from work, the house smelt like shit. The kitchen was a mess. She didn't even clean the house. So I threw her stuff outside and forced her out the house in the rain. I threw the dog out as well. I'm not ready for a pet lull. She waited for an hour for my wife to come back, who eventually took my side, but gave her sister money to sleep in a motel for a few days. My family supported the choice, while my wife's family has been calling and texting me nonstop, insulting me. Even my wife's sister texted me saying, "Why do you hate me so much?" So am I the asshole for driving that demon out my house? Edit. I came back from work to see these positive comments. I appreciate your support. For those wondering about why I kicked the dog out, I'm not really a dog person, and I hate dogs, from my personal experience.